Carroll. Warrior fans, get on your feet. Here are your Wes-Del Warriors. The roster includes number 3, Gavin Perdue. Number 10, Ryan Heyer. Number 20, Jacob Shoemaker. Number 23, Phoenix Gillespie. Number 33, Colby New. And number 34, Thatcher Slapsima. Starting tonight for the Warriors, a 5'6" freshman guard, number 4, Jackson Drum. A 6-foot freshman guard, number 14, Micah Love. A 6'2" freshman forward, number 22, Rylan Campbell. A 5'10" sophomore guard, number 24, Jordan King. And a 6'2" sophomore forward, number 30, Zach Gillum. Head coach of the Warriors is Zach Todd. Your officials tonight, Ron Allen and Tommy Oswald. Caden B. Micah Love. Caden B. Grayson Gaines for three. Micah Love. Mariah Hollingsworth. Caden B. Substitutions for Alexandria, number 12, Andrew Segner. Number 22, Wade Christopher. Caden B. Wes-Del takes a 30-second timeout. Alexandria foul on number 22, Wade Christopher. Micah Love. Wade Christopher. Micah Love. Grayson Gaines for a long three. Uriah Hollingsworth and Abram Abshire check back in for Alexandria. Warrior fans, during tonight's game, we're collecting cash or check donations for the Warrior Wishes Initiative, our program supporting Wes-Del families in need this holiday season. Checks can be made out to Wes-Del. Stop by the concession stand to give. Every contribution helps a Warrior family have a brighter holiday. Uriah Hollingsworth. Wes-Del foul on number 34, Thatcher Slopsima. Abram Abshire will shoot two. Micah Love. Caden B. Jordan King, trifecta. Wes-Del substitutions, number 10, Ryan Heyer, number 22, Rylan Campbell. Jordan King. Alexandria takes a full timeout. Andrew Segner checks back in for the Tigers. Colby New checks in for Wes-Del. Just a reminder, during tonight's game, be sure and visit the concession stand located just outside the gym doors to the left. You'll find popcorn, candy, caramel corn, nachos, breadsticks, pretzels, the hot kind with cheese, Pepsi products, water, Gatorade, and Pure Leaf sweet tea. Wes-Del foul on number 22, Rylan Campbell. Grayson Gaines will shoot 2 for the Tigers. Tiger substitutions. Number 22, Wade Christopher. Number 34, Caden B. Wes-Del foul on number 33, Colby New. Ian Canfield will shoot 2. Jordan King and Zach Gillum return for Wes-Del. Wade Christopher. Zach Gillum. Wade Christopher for 3. Rylan Campbell. Jordan King. Wade Christopher. Your halftime score, Alexandria 31, Wes-Del 23. Folks, don't forget, in the cafeteria, Wes-Del Music Boosters are offering Greek's Pizza, $3 per slice, 2 slices for $5, as well as Chick-fil-A sandwiches, regular for $6, spicy for $6.50. I think they might also have big pickles, $2. That's the Wes-Del Music Boosters, right outside the door.
Tell you I love you every day, yeah, yeah. kiss goodnight. How I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. All the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. But as long as you love me so, let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow. Baby, let it snow. Let it keep on falling down.
Just a reminder, during tonight's game, we're collecting cash or check donations for the Warrior Wishes Initiative, our program supporting Wes-Del families in need this holiday season. Checks can be made out to Wes-Del High School. Stop by the concession stand to give. Every contribution helps a Warrior family have a brighter holiday.
Welcome to the Wes-Del Sports.
Grayson Gaines. Caden B. Grayson Gaines. Colby New checks in for Wes-Del, and Wes-Del takes a full timeout. Ian Canfield. Rylan Campbell. Caden B. Wade Christopher checks in for Alexandria. Jackson Drum returns for Wes-Del. Araya Hollingsworth for three. Caden B. Araya Hollingsworth. Rylan Campbell, trifecta. Into the game for Wes-Del, Gavin Purdue, Ryan Heyer, and Thatcher Slopsma. Zarek Granger checks in for Alexandria. Alexandria foul on number 4, Araya Hollingsworth. Andrew Segner returns for Alexandria. Andrew Segner for 3. Alexandria substitution, number 10, Asher Hefner. Wes-Del foul on number 34, Thatcher Slopsma. Wyatt Fuller checks in for Wes-Del, or excuse me, for Alexandria. After 3 quarters, your score, Alexandria 51, Wes-Del 28. Jordan King checks in for Wes-Del, along with Phoenix Gillespie and Jacob Shoemaker.
I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around. And the rumpus and ruckus so comfortable now. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow.
Zarek Granger, he'll shoot the bonus. Wes-Del foul on number 33, Colby New. Correction, number 3, Gavin Perdue. Wade Christopher for 3. Wes-Del foul on number 3, Gavin Perdue. Wyatt Fuller will shoot 2. Rylan Campbell returns for Wes-Del. Gavin Perdue. Andrew Segner. Gavin Purdue, trifecta. Cooper Morgan and Carlin Deckard both check in for Alexandria. Alexandria foul on number 32, Wyatt Fuller. Ryan Heyer and Colby New check in for Wes-Del. Alexandria foul on number 14, Cooper Morgan. Alexandria foul on number 32, Wyatt Fuller. Raul Patron checks in for the Tigers. Ryan Heyer will shoot for Wes-Del. Thatcher Slopsima checks in for Wes-Del. Alexandria foul on number 32, Wyatt Fuller. Gavin Purdue will shoot 2. Wes-Del foul on number 3, Gavin Purdue. Cooper Morgan will shoot 2. Your final score, Alexandria 59, Wes-Del 34. Varsity action coming up.
Good evening and welcome to K. Saunders Court here for a varsity matchup between the Tigers of Alexandria and your Wes-Del Warriors. I'm your host, Matt Knuckles, and here with me today is Coach Caleb Stevens. Coach Stevens, how you doing?
Doing great. I'm looking forward to the second matchup for the Wes-Del Warriors in their varsity season, coming off a win against Cambridge City. So we'll see what we can do here tonight. JV, we just finished watching up that game. It was a tough game. Suffered, I think it was about a 20-point loss, but we'll see if we can bounce back here in the varsity game.
Yeah. Like you said, varsity starting off 1-0. Alexandria's right in the same boat. It should be a really good matchup today. You know, you have two teams, pretty high-powered offenses. They like to shoot a lot of threes, and when they're hitting, anybody can be dangerous.
Yeah.
So really excited to see what we can have tonight. Another big piece of news, one that we did not get to see last week, but Julian Carpenter is back for the Warriors tonight, which, as you know, I know, and probably most of our fans know, that's a big piece to this team.
It is a very big piece. Julian is a tremendous athlete, definitely the senior leader, you would say, big piece of this basketball team. And you could definitely notice in that Cambridge City game, you know, they came off with a win, but, you know, they were just missing that fire that Julian brings. He's able to beat a lot of players off the dribble, very twitchy athlete, and look for that tonight. You know, I'm pretty sure he's on a quarter-minute restriction, but best believe when he's in there, he'll be very explosive, and, you know, it'll definitely benefit the Warriors.
Yeah, it'll be great to see how the rest of our players fit with him. Last week, I know we had a couple players really step up in his absence. Noah Purdue, our sophomore guard, came in. First varsity start, had a great game. I think 15 points, 9 steals, 5 or 6 assists. And then Luke Woodyard, second year here with us. Great kid and had a big night. Knocked down some big shots for us and a good win against Cambridge City. So bringing in Julian, adding to those offensive pieces, and then this Warrior team's 9 or 10 deep, and a lot of guys that play hard that'll get some good minutes. A lot of exciting things here for this Warrior team.
Oh yeah, definitely. And going back to Woodyard, you know, part of that confidence is probably from his excellent football season he had playing for us, just knocking down almost every single extra point he had. So watching that game and seeing how confident he was with his shooting, you know, taking those three-pointers, him and Noah, they knocked him down at a high clip. Maybe took a little too many threes. I'm sure coaches kind of spoke about that, and, you know, might see a few less threes tonight. Who knows? Maybe we'll take more. If you're taking them and you're making them, then just keep shooting them. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think they finished 11 of 30, which isn't bad. But if you're going to be shooting 30, you definitely want to be hitting some of those.
Yeah,
and I agree with you with Luke. I think he set a record here for Wes-Del with most extra points in a game. He was 90% on the season. Had a great season in 1 year of football. We're really excited to see how that can continue to push him ahead here for the basketball
season.
Translate to basketball. But we're going to head, and we have an interview with Coach Burkett and the Biff Wilson that we'll pass it over to you here before we get to the national anthem.
Welcome to the Wes-Del Sports Network Coaches Show. Here's your host, John McLaughlin.
Hello and welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm Coach McLaughlin, back for another week with Coach Burkett. Coach, interesting week for you. It's always interesting to get that first game under your belt, and then we had little weather issues to deal with, which welcome to Indiana basketball. But let's go back and talk about that Cambridge City game before we talk about what's going on tonight and what's going on the rest of the weekend. So Cambridge City comes to town, always the first game of the year. Always nice when they come here, too, because that bus ride's not always the most enjoyable, but a nice win, down a player for us, but we found a way to pull out a nice win.
Yeah, obviously Julian didn't play in the game, but the other guys really stepped up, and they were figuring it out first quarter. Not a lot of varsity experience with that group, but they're really like extremely coachable, work really hard, do all the things that we want them to do, and so I was excited to see what they would do even without Julian in the game. And, you know, first quarter wasn't very pretty for us, but then we kind of figured it out from there. And with our core group in, I think we gave up 5 points the rest of the game, second, third, fourth quarter combined. So our defense really stepped up. I think our pressure really bothered them. We settled in and made some outside shots. We probably shot too many, but you also have to look at the way they were guarding us. It was such a packed-in 2-3 zone. They were begging us to shoot. And it's hard to rebound when there's 5 guys that are inside that paint.
Right.
But we found a way at times. I think Riker ended up with 4 offensive rebounds. Like, it's not like we didn't offensive rebound, but when they're doing that, you have to be able to make a wide-open shot. They're not even guarding you. It's just like a practice, just doing a shooting drill with nobody contesting you. So Luke, I think, shot over 50%, and Noah shot 45%. Between those two, we made 9 threes. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, and analytics these days will say, hit enough of those threes, it'll make up for the difference. So,
yeah.
You look at as a game plan goes, you take out a guy that's the most seasoned guard that you have, and then you throw in some young guys. Like you said, it sometimes takes a minute or two to kind of ease yourself into varsity basketball. It's a different speed. It's a different game. It's a physicality, and it's called different. So, as you said, that first quarter was probably more of an adjustment thing than anything.
Yeah, it was. And we've been very guard-oriented the last 2 years, and this year we're very big, heavy. We have a lot of big guys. And so we're looking for other guards. So a kid like Jackson Drum, who's a freshman, probably is undersized, definitely is undersized, but it makes me think of back when Nick Millspaul started playing his freshman year. He looked like a little boy out there with grown men, but he grew through that and ended up being our scoring leader. Like he grew into a man during that process. So there's growing pains, and there's going to be those with kids like Jackson who are smaller, and then Jordan King played some minutes for us too. We're trying to find that next guard that's going to be able to come in and give some relief for our wings or guards like Julian and Noah, so they don't have to play all 32 minutes, or if we get in foul trouble, whatever the situation might be. I thought Jackson gave us a huge lift in the first quarter. He scored 5 points, hit a big three, hit a floater, was hustling, and so those were big points in the quarter that we were struggling in.
And going through a season that you're going to have adversity. You just happen to have it in this first game. So
yes.
Sometimes that's a good thing. I mean, you throw guys in there that you probably may not have thought you were going to play in that first game, but it ultimately will help you in the long run, obviously, and it helps them to kind of understand, okay, we needed you tonight. We may not need you as much now, but if we do, that you can do this.
Right, and I think that over the last 2 years, it's been look at Josiah Love and get him the ball. And I think coming into this year, I'm sure our guys were thinking, well, we got to get the ball to Julian. Well, Julian's not there. Neither one's there. So what are we going to do? How are we going to score? Well, you got to use your skills that you have and find a way to be effective. And I thought they worked through it really well. Obviously, first quarter was a struggle, but I think they worked through it well.
So that leads us to what was supposed to be a game that was last week, but the snow came in and the weather came in, and early, we have a cancellation early in the year, which is honestly works out better for us.
Right.
You could kind of find a place to play it, and the place is this Friday. So we happen to both be available tonight, and so we're going to play that game. And let me know a little bit about what you think about Alexandria.
Yeah, contrasting styles between the two teams. So they want to turn it up, have a ton of guards. Basically only one real post for them, and he's 5'11", but he's real physical. So they're going to turn up the pressure. They're going to try and turn us over. They want to play an up-and-down fast game. They want to shoot a lot of threes. So we've got a game plan in place to hopefully take away some of those, but we also have to contain off the bounce because they're all guards, so they can attack. I know the McAtee kid, only a sophomore, he's a Lovett guy. He plays basketball year-round. I know that. He made 9 3-pointers in their first game.
Yeah.
So we don't want him to get hot. And so, they're playing with a lot of confidence, so we've got to be able to handle that. But we're also, I think we have areas that we're stronger than them, and one being strength. I think we're bigger. We can rebound better. I think if we play our style and our style wins out, I think it's going to be a good game for us. I think if their style wins out, it's going to be a good game for them. So I'm interested to see how it goes.
And, I really like the freshman, or sophomore now. Last year as a freshman, I thought, watching him play, I thought he needs to be more aggressive and assertive, and I think he's taken that role over now.
Yeah.
And he's doing a nice job. One of the things that when you say contrasting styles, I know that it's going to come down to rebounding, a big part of that, and you said is a big strength of ours. So a quick team like that, you just want to limit them to one shot. Listen, you can shoot as fast as you want as long as we only give you one.
Yes, I think and that was part of what our scouting report was yesterday is, I think if we get them out of what they want to do, if they're not scoring 70, 80 points or even in the 60s, then they're going to be frustrated. The last 2 years, we've done a good job of frustrating them. Their pressure hasn't bothered us as bad as I thought it might. And so if their pressure doesn't bother us and we go score easy buckets and then we hold them to one shot and they're missing and they score under 50 like they have the last 2 years, I think that's to our advantage. So, again, we'll see. Contrasting styles, every year is different. This group can definitely go out and beat this team again, just like we have the last 2 years. But that style is a tough one to prepare for, because if you try to just sit in the half court and run sets, they're just going to trap you over and over. And if you don't handle it well and you're trying to run something, it can really bother you. So we try to beat it to score.
Learning a lot about your team too is games like this. You'll learn a lot. You learned a lot last game. You're going to learn a lot this weekend about your team. That rolls us right into Saturday against Eastern Hancock. They'll come to town, and they're looking for their first win still on the seasons, and they have a tough opponent the night before they play us. So Eastern Hancock, always a physical team, always a team that we kind of have struggled with their physicality in the past. But what do we know about Eastern Hancock?
Well, I think we both know from experience that they love to shoot three-point shots.
Yeah.
They're very physical. They have the brothers, Manship brothers. They're very physical. They're going to run through screens, and sometimes that's called, sometimes that's not. So you got to be prepared for either way, and you got to adjust. But, I told our guys, be solid on your screens, be wide, but be solid, stay put, don't move. If they push through it, you can't just crumble. You've got to, take it like a charge if they're just going to shove through your screen, because you can't do that. It's not a legal move. So they're going to be in our face defensively in the half court, similar to Alexandria, but not exactly the same, because they don't do as much of the trapping stuff. Not that they won't, because they may see that it's an advantage for them to do it against us, but they haven't done it in the past. It's more of just a half-court pressure in your face, then they deny when you pick the ball up, and they're really athletic. And I like their little guard, Loring. He didn't score well in their first game. I don't know if he was in foul trouble or what, but he didn't play as well as I know he can play. So he worries me a little bit, but they just have good guards, and they can hit outside shots, and if they get hot, that can be a problem.
The most important game is the one you're playing, and the one that's in front of you. Then you worry about that one tomorrow, right? So good luck tonight against Alexandria. Looking forward to watching the growth of this team as the season goes along.
Yeah, thank you.
Apologize for that. That was Coach Burkett, not with Biff Wilson, but with the legend Coach John McLaughlin. Previewing the weekend there. Looking to tonight, talking a little bit about Alexandria. Like we said a little earlier, this is a high-powered offense. A team that shoots a lot of threes, very high energy. Defensively, they'll press all night. They love trapping. They really want to make this a fast-paced game, and that kind of fits into what the Warriors want to do tonight.
Yeah, I completely agree. Piggybacking on what you're saying, I expect a lot of threes to be taken by both teams. It's going to be an up-and-down game. Indiana doesn't have a shot clock, but these two teams are probably in the mindset that it does, so expect a lot of shots going up, which is okay with a lot of people, because a lot of people want the shot clock in Indiana, so we don't want whole quarters being dribbled out and all that. So like I said, expect a lot of threes taken, a lot of transition shots. Pretty exciting game tonight. Pretty exciting matchup.
It should be. It should be an up and down game. Should have a lot of excitement, and again, a really good matchup. Someone's going to go home today with their first loss of the season. Yeah, both teams running out here. We have about 3 minutes until the national anthem. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back with Biff Wilson for the national anthem.
And in the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language and disorderly conduct is unacceptable and unwelcome at IHSAA events. Let's afford the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect that they deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wes-Del High School, Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium. Case Saunders Court for tonight's varsity game between the visiting Tigers of Alexandria Monroe High School and your Wes-Del Warriors. At this time, please rise and join Wes-Del choral students Cora Davis, Ripley Atkinson, and Kiera Bannister as we honor our country with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Let's meet the Tigers. Their roster includes number 10, Brody Becerra. Number 14, Mason Fuller. Number 20, Grayson Gaines. Number 32, Brady Gast. Number 34, Caden B. Number 40, Abram Abshire. And number 44, Ian Canfield. Starting tonight for the Alexandria Tigers, a 6'1 junior, number 12, Connor Kettery. A 6'2 junior, number 22, Bryson Eckler. A 6'2 junior, number 24, Jackson Bresendine. A 5'11 sophomore, number 30, Cam McAtee. And a 5'11 senior, number 42, John Amon. Head coach of the Tigers is Marty Carroll. Warrior fans, get on your feet. Here are your Wes-Del Warriors. The roster includes number 4, Jackson Drum. Number 10, Ryan Heyer. Number 14, Micah Love. Number 24, Jordan King. Number 25, Brecken Stevenson. Number 30, Zach Gillum. Number 32, Riker Mock. And number 34, Rylan Campbell. Starting tonight for your Wes-Del Warriors, a 5'10" sophomore guard, number 3, Noah Purdue. A 6'2" senior guard, number 20, Luke Woodyard. A 6'2" junior guard, number 22, Evan Luzatter. A 6-foot senior guard, number 23, Julian Carpenter. And a 6'3" senior forward, number 33, Elijah Durr. Assisted by Mike Dowling, Zach Todd, and Ryan Richards, the head coach of the Warriors, on his 37th birthday is Josh Burkett. Let's play basketball!
All right, and there you had your starting lineups for both teams. And a happy birthday to Coach Burkett.
Yeah, happy 37th birthday. Hopefully we can get out here with a win for Coach. That'd be nice.
It'd be a good little birthday present for him. We'll see the tip here. You heard both lineups. Both teams starting a sophomore, a handful of juniors. Only one senior for Alexandria, a fairly young team, but still can be dangerous all the same. And you can see the speed of the game that we talked about before the game. Trying to get up and down, and here's your 2-2-1 full court press.
Warriors doing a good job of over and back there.
Yeah, over and back. You do like to see them taking that ball back and forth, making the defense have to move and not be stagnant.
That was a good initial start there. There was a lot of swinging of the ball, getting that press to rotate. Just a little minor mistake there.
See the Warriors out in their half-court man defense, something we could probably expect to see most of the game.
Good back door there.
A good rebound by Eli Durr. Warriors are trying to push the pace a little bit. You can see again Alexandria even off a miss in transition, a lot of pressure and a lot of passing lanes and making this game ugly early. Kind of the player to watch for Alexandria. They have a few kids that can shoot it, but that kid right there, Cam McAtees, their leading scorer and their go-to guy, is a very good shooter from the three, but few kids that can shoot it, but that kid right there,
you can see there on
Cam McAtees, their leading scorer,
far behind the line. Good pass there.
Very good pass. The and one finish for Elijah Durr.
Yeah, as far as size goes, very similar teams. So a lot of guards, and they're big, 6'2", 6'3". The physicality is going to be there, but as you can see early on, very quick start to this game in transition for both teams.
Very quick start, and that right there is what the Warriors really need if they want to be able to get Alexandria out of that press at some point. Get down there, get some good easy buckets, and get to the foul line.
Yep. See the curl action there for number 30.
Good deflection by Carpenter and
great outlet pass.
Durr's going back to the foul line. You like to see that with Julian there, being able to get something out ahead, show his athleticism a little bit and his unselfishness. He could have went up there very easily, but passed it off for maybe a better look there for Durr.
Yeah, going back to what I talked about earlier, in that Cambridge City game, obviously Noah did a great job, being the point guard of the team, but there's really just something different about having two ball handlers on the court at the same time. Not only can they work with the other players, the other three, but they can work together as well. So we'll see if they can kind of mesh here and create some chemistry.
Absolutely, and we just saw number 10 for the Tigers, Brody Becerra, check in, who last year was a Warrior.
Yeah, former Warrior in Becerra. Had an older brother that played for us as well.
His brother graduated last year for us, was a really strong guard for us. We're happy for Brody. Looks like he has a good fit over here at Alexandria.
Yeah.
And another deep three, this one in and out. And Carpenter's pushing the pace. Julian is one that is not scared to play fast with this team.
No, he's not.
He will get up and down with about anybody.
Yep. That's kind of what we hinted on earlier. Great defense there by Woody. As I said earlier, size is very similar, but you can see with the Warriors, our 6'2" and 6'3" is very long arms, very tall, slender bodies. So expect for them to, if we can slide our feet and stay in front of these, bigger, stronger guards that Alexandria has, and that'll be a big positive for us.
Yeah, I know Coach Burkett looks for a lot of deflections. He's got a long defense out there, even in their man-to-man. They're trying to just get as many hands on the basketball as they can. That was the first foul for the Warriors. That was on Luke Woodyard. That is Connor Kettery hitting his first free throw.
Second one's
and
good.
Makes the second. It looks like they're out of that 2-2-1 back to maybe a three-quarter court 1-2-2.
Yeah.
Still pushing the pace.
Tough pass there.
Just giving a different look. That is a tough pass. You'd like to try to get that back to the middle earlier, see if we have a two-way go. And Alexandria doesn't take any time getting it down court.
Great pass there by number 10, Becerra.
Good pass and good finish. Now they're back to their 2-2.
Great pass there by number 10, Becerra. Alexandria doing a really good job early on. Like you said, they've already switched to two different presses. I've noticed as coaching basketball for the short amount of time I have, and even just playing it, when you're switching defenses and running multiple things, it is very confusing, and it gets you to think a lot more. In a sport like basketball, that's something you don't really want to do. So see if the Warriors can hone in here and get some stuff going.
Yeah, a few new faces in there for the Warriors. Number 4, Jackson Drum. 32, Riker Mock. And 25, Brecken Stevenson. A lot of big energy guys. Hopefully they can get something going here for the Warriors. Checking in for the Tigers there was freshman Mason Fuller, number 14.
Yeah, a couple freshmen on the court in the varsity game. A couple of them we saw in the JV game doing some good stuff. So it's always exciting to see when you're a freshman. You end up early on in the season on the varsity court. There's a lot of nerves that come with that. So
there are.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're with a kid like Jackson Drum and they're Fuller. You're just looking to build that confidence in a young player, knowing that here down the road in the near future, they're going to be playing a very big role for their teams.
Exactly. Warriors with a 10-second violation there.
A couple more checking in here for the Tigers. I'm at 32, Brady Gast.
Fantastic quarterback, Coach, huh?
It's very good.
Gave us some problems for the last 2 years.
He's given everybody problems for the last handful of years. Hate to see a player like that, end his high school career. I know he's looking to play a few different places at the next level, but not mad that we don't have to play him anymore.
Yeah.
Good cut by Brody Becerra.
Another three
by McAtee. And a missed opportunity there for the Warriors on that rebound.
Becerra on the basket there.
I'll say that's something we didn't see much of against Cambridge City. It was a game that we cleaned up the boards fairly well, especially with this group in. Getting on the back. Mock and Stevenson and having Lazatter out there. Those are 3 very good rebounders for the Warriors. Very long and high energy guys.
Warriors a little out of sorts right now, looking to get back in the offense. We got Noah here with the ball, doing exactly that.
It's good back cut by Riker Mock, but better help side there by number 10, Brady Becerra.
I think him and Brecken kind of weren't on the same page there. So early on in the season, those things will clean up itself.
We have Julian Carpenter checking back in for the Warriors. He had his little break. I'm sure it's taken some time for him to get back into shape. He's been out for 2 or 3 weeks, and in a game like this, those short breaks are going to be definitely necessary. Ooh, good follow-up by 22, just couldn't finish. Warriors looking to push, not allowing Alexandria to set up their defense. Still some pressure. You can hear Coach calling out a set, and kind of a wild shot there by Purdue.
We'll stay with the
nearly
Warriors.
in and out, but we do get it back. You can hear Coach Burkett telling his players to move. If you look there when, like you said, Purdue got it back up top, there's a lot of standing and watching. Something that against a team like this is not going to be a recipe for success.
Yeah, Alexandria are doing a real good job early on. They're really putting the pressure on us. You can see our guards, they've got the ball all the way out by the volleyball line. So
I know Coach had talked a lot about looking at back cuts and trying to get some slips. Haven't seen a lot of that yet. Hopefully we can find our groove and get some better looks in around the rim. There's Becerra on the drive. It's his own rebound. A little bit of a tie-up, and back to the Warriors.
Riker Mock there on the deflection off of Becerra with the energy. We know he doesn't lack any of that. So, and like you said earlier, there is a couple guys here on the floor right now with a lot of energy. So you can tell Burkett's kind of looking to, get that going here a little bit, because you can see it was, slightly lacking there early on in the game. Great pass there by Julian. Would have been a foul there.
Might have gotten him on the arm.
Another off-balance shot there by Noah.
Great hustle by both teams. Ooh, get him with the travel.
There we go.
That's a good call. Tough spot for 14, but still a good call.
Yep. Might have had a hand on the ball there by a Warrior, but we'll take the call from the ref there.
Definitely blocked by the side judge.
Yeah.
Say side judge like we're still in football season. By a referee.
Yeah.
Deep three by Carpenter, in and out. Oh, Purdue comes up with it.
Great drive.
Great drive. Way to be strong.
Julian on another follow, and he's fouled. I'll tell you what here, as I'm trying to stick with this very fast-paced game up and down, some of the stats early on, there are a lot of shots being taken and a lot of rebounds happening early on.
We did mention earlier, Coach Stevens is going to be stat tracking this game
not
to
very
the
good
best
at
of
it.
his ability.
Yeah, not very good at it. I can already tell you I've missed a few, but I will do my best. And early on, I can definitely tell you that there are multiple rebounds, multiple missed shots, but that comes with fast-paced play. A lot of threes being taken, a lot of offensive rebounding, and it's just two styles that are very similar. Two teams are very similar in their style of play.
Absolutely, and there's two made free throws by Julian Carpenter. He's checking out right now, but that's his first points of the season for a score. Sometimes you just need to see the ball go in the hoop that first time, and hopefully when he gets back out there, he can get it going.
Yeah.
I believe that's Luke Woodyer that came back in for him and Evan Lazatter out here for the Warriors.
Yeah, Evan checked in there for Jackson Drum. Becerra being very aggressive for Alexandria early on. It's kind of that coming back to your old school feeling. I'm sure him and the guys were talking about it, and a game he definitely circled on the schedule here for him. Like we said earlier, we are happy for him, and it's always nice to see.
I'm sure, and there, he always had a good relationship with Coach Burkett and the rest of these players. There's no bad blood for
not at all.
For him to go over some different reasons, but we're happy for him either way. But you're right, and him and his brother, they're always been scrappy players, and you like to see that's continuing for him over at Alexandria. Good rebound by Stevenson. Again, Alexandria picking up full court off the miss. A big steal by number 12. And in for the layup is Kettery.
There we go. There's the transition. Just got to finish.
That's another good-looking transition. Like we said earlier, if you're going to be pressed all game like this. If you're going to get them out of the press, you have to be able to hit in transition.
Yeah.
You got to be able to get it down court quickly, not allow them to get set up. You get as many fast break points as you can to make them have to back off.
Another quick take there for Alexandria.
The take and a strong drive there for number 24. Do the best I can here, Brizendine.
Yeah, I'll allow you to do that. I struggle with names. You know, when I do the girls' games last year with another one of our coaches, Austin Skaggs, I left all the names to him. And, you know, with his accent and his Shelbyville education, it was quite the good laugh I got to get during the live stream and watching it afterwards. So
it's not a bad idea. And there's no hate for Shelbyville. We don't need anybody in the comments. We do love Coach Skaggs.
Another rebound there by Woodyard.
And Alexandria right back into their press, even off a missed free throw. The Warriors with another good look here in transition and another miss.
And another and one.
He cleaned it up himself and finished. Those first ones are ones we're going to have to start hitting if we're going to transition. And another miss.
And another and one.
He cleaned it up himself.
Team that presses you, and you know, if you make those passes and beat the press, but we're falling short and missing those bunnies, they're going to keep pressing you because, like you said, we got to make those first ones. But a good cleanup there by another one of our football guys, Eli Durr. Unable to get the free throw to go, but we'll take the and one.
And a loose ball.
Oh.
And a turnover.
Great job. Oh.
Depending on what angle you had.
Yeah.
That's either a tie-up or a foul.
Yeah.
Depending on what angle you had. You're going to argue either way. That's a fair call on the foul right there on number 3, Purdue.
Coach was looking for a jump ball there, which, like you said, was possible. But Woody did a great job stopping ball and getting in front of that, though.
Yes, he did. And we got Brecken Stevenson back in for the Warriors here. One thing we can say right now is we've gotten to the foul line, I believe, 4 times. And against a high-powered offense like this, and Alexandria only plays about 8 guys. If we can get a few in foul trouble or at least make them think about taking some of the pressure off, that could be very helpful later in the game. And after the first, the Tigers lead the Warriors 13-7. We're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back for the second quarter. All right, and we're back. I'd like to see what Coach Burkett, what adjustments he made there after that first quarter. Not mad about the way the Warriors are playing. We need to see a few of those bunnies there around the rim fall.
Yeah.
And offensive rebounds have been something that the Tigers have really kind of taken advantage of. A lot of second shots in that first quarter.
Yeah, definitely low scoring, though, for as many shots that were going up for both teams. So as long as the Warriors can kind of stay close in this one and kind of figure out on the way, you know, like we said earlier, Julian in his first game back, it's something that haven't had a lot of practice time. So, and it's early on in the season. That chemistry and that mesh with everybody, we'll see that develop throughout this game.
Absolutely, and two teams like this that can score so quickly, there's a good chance we do see a lot of back and forth here, a lot of runs. There's a missed 3 by Alexandria, good rebound by Riker Mock, and that's what Riker brings, the energy, the rebounds, the defense, the hustle plays.
Julian doing a good job of pulling that ball out there and getting a little offense going. Good pick and roll there with Durr. Pull-up shot from the elbow.
And not a bad shot for Carpenter.
No.
Anything going to his left for that pull-up is going to be a good shot for him. And we'll take it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one. I gave it back to him.
Sometimes
ball doesn't lie.
Sometimes that's karma.
Yeah,
there you
ball
are.
doesn't
Ball
lie.
doesn't lie. Alexandria pushing it right away. Again, both teams are just a little sloppy.
Yeah,
a little sloppy here this first half.
Yeah, and you see that all over the state. It's just early on in the season.
Early in the season, still getting to where they're meshing with their teammates and working out some of those off-season jitters.
Especially with coming off of Thanksgiving break, and we definitely got a good winter storm or two this past week, so some cancellations and some missed practices. So
yeah, a little different week for both teams. Alexandria right there on a nice back cut, and they're going to the foul line. I believe that foul was on number 32, Riker Mock.
Yeah, during our first quarter break there, we've decided that my stat keeping skills are not up to par. Whether that's something I need to work on or not, but we're going to see if one of our coaches down there on the Wes-Del bench has some stats here at halftime. So we'll stir away from my stat keeping.
We'll give you a pass this first day,
okay,
Coach.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Yeah, number 3, Noah Purdue checking in for the Warriors, and 32, Brady Gass checking in for the Tigers. And 24, Brizendine at the line again, missing his second free throw and a rebound by Evan Lazatter. What a tough offensive foul there by Julian Carpenter. I know he had his shoulder down a little bit, but both players were kind of bumping and getting physical there. You'd kind of like to see that one go.
Yeah, I'm okay with letting that go. I do think, however, I think Coach did get a little upset there, and it's something I probably would have got upset about too, is dribbling to that baseline or that side out of bounds over there. We kind of want to avoid that. Let's keep the ball in the middle.
And right into a trap.
Yeah, right into the trap. So just getting those early jitters out for Julian.
Good little mid-curl by number 12. With the miss, Carpenter got his own rebound back to that left side. And he is a lefty. You will see him go in that direction
left-handed
more
shot
times
there
than
off the
not.
draw. Unable to get the fall.
Alec pushing again. A transition layup by number 22, Eckler. And a timeout. Warriors will take a 30-second timeout here. We will be back with you in just a moment. Usually coming out with the offense, you'll see some type of set or an adjustment to the press. And again, Wes-Del right there, like they did earlier, getting some good rotation in their press breaker, and another good-looking shot around the rim that just doesn't fall.
That was a great rebound there by number 24 for Alexandria.
This Alexandria team, they're typically, when you think of three-point, fast-paced shooting teams, a finesse team, but this is a very physical Alexandria team.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A lot of strong kids. They like to mix it up, and a good, strong rebounding and defensive team.
Very, very good football program, and that stuff usually translates. A lot of these kids, we've seen on the football field for the past couple of years, and a sport like that, it definitely translates. Whether you're a finesse team or not, physicality is going to go with you.
Especially small schools like Alexandria and us, you have certain athletes that just have to play. And that is a great take right there by number 32, Brady Days. Again, their quarterback we talked about earlier, coming in off the bench with a really nice take.
You can see, we got all the guys in the right spot. We missed those bunnies. We're just missing that extra pass. Burkett and his offensive game plan for this game talked about guys being in the correct spot when they face this pressure that Alexandria is bringing. And as you can see, we got guys in the right spot. We're just missing that extra pass, missing that first layup. So it's definitely something we're going to keep an eye on to see if we can capitalize on.
There's a really nice drive by McAtee and a
I believe that's his second
dump
foul
off to Kettery, who's going back to the line, and that is Evan Lazatter's second foul. It's like Coach is bringing a few guys in here. You have to assume one's going to be for Evan.
Yeah. 2 fouls early on with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. One of your starters, you're going to kind of want to avoid having him get that third foul. And like you just said, there is a lot of guys going in and out for Alexandria and Wes-Del, and that just is a test to their style of play. Getting up and down, being aggressive and physical defensively, which is not a bad thing. You talk about your starters, and with teams in a style of play like this, nobody's really a starter. Guys are going in and out, and it's pretty exciting to watch. And this game's going pretty fast.
It is, and having depth on both benches is something that is necessary in a fast-paced game like this, keeping everybody fresh and making sure they're at their peak. Jordan King checking in for the first time for the Warriors there, and Brody Becerra coming back in for the Tigers.
Looks like we got the fall back.
We dropped their press off a little bit there. We have Luke Woodyard. Good look over to Brecken Stevenson.
Great
finish. Yeah. Good little half shot fake and got his defender in there, so he got a good clean shot, but Tigers right back in transition. Always looking to push the pace, see if they can catch the defense out of position. You're seeing a lot of dribble drives to the rim right now, not as much of the perimeter shooting that you saw that first game with them.
Yeah. Warriors are doing a great job stopping the dribble once it gets to the paint and rallying to the kickout, so limiting those three-pointer attempts.
Yeah, good hard closeouts by the Warrior here. And another back cut by the Tigers that opened up a wide-open three in the corner.
That same action, I think, has gotten us a couple times. I think Burkett, that's what he was just talking about. Probably highlighted that in one of their timeouts. So
it was good hard closeouts on the threes, but that does open up a lot of back cuts.
Yes.
And a good steal there by number 30, Cam McAtee, and a strong finish by Brady Gast. See, the Warriors are starting to feel a little more comfortable in this press, at least getting it across the half court. Now it's finding a way to get settled in and get some good shots up to the basket. Great pass over to Riker Mock.
Just couldn't get it to fall.
And another missed shot around the rim. Tigers push again in transition. That's a three by Brody Becerra off. But another offensive rebound.
Great box out initially by Brecken, just didn't go and grab that.
A good deflection, the steal there for Stevenson.
Was able to make up for it.
And again, you can hear Coach Burkett trying to get his players to move.
There's a foul there. We'll take two.
That's one of those. I don't think Purdue right there is expecting he's going to take the ball away, but offense is a little stagnant with our movement.
Yeah. Sometimes, a shot like that, just trying to get some contact, get to the free throw line, slow the game down. I mean, I feel like those 2 minutes came off the clock, literally took 20 seconds. So, as of right now, Warriors are still in this. Noah able to knock down the first one. Still just a 12-point game. And with the style of play, it's very, very, very easy for either team to go on a very big, quick run with their three-point shooting or just their transition layups.
Absolutely. And you can see number 23, Julian Carpenter, back in for the Warriors here, probably for the next 2.5 minutes. See if we can get a little spark on offense. Purdue knocked down both of his free throws and a timeout by Alexandria here with 2:27 left in the game, in the half. Tigers are leading 22-11. A few things we'd like to preview. Tomorrow, a big day here at Wes-Del. We have our Girls Youth League playing all throughout the morning and early afternoon. And then 3:30, our varsity girls are taking on Blue River.
Yes, we are. We'll be going against the Blue River basketball team. We had a good week of practice. We had one day that we had to cancel, and that was before a game, which was on Wednesday, and it definitely showed. having no practice before a game day, and I think it might be one of the first time the girls have had to deal with that. There's a lot of adversity that comes with that, so it was nice to have 2 good practices in a row and build on the mental factor of the game. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I know the girls are looking forward to it, and Coach Skaggs, today's practice was pretty excellent, so we'll see what we can do.
That's good. And the improvement we've seen from the Lady Warriors, not just from last year to this year, but even from the beginning of the season to earlier this week. There's a lot of growth there and a lot of things to be excited about. And then we're finishing out the evening with the JV and varsity boys back in action against Eastern Hancock. The last conference matchup against Eastern Hancock as they leave for a new conference next year. So it'll be a good way, hopefully, to finish out the weekend and go into Sunday. Some great ball movement there by Alexandria for a really easy shot to finish out the weekend.
Lots of back doors. You can tell their chemistry is there right now. It's all clicking.
It'll be interesting to see if second half, if Coach Burkett tries to mix up the defense a little bit. A little back and forth there by Becerra and Carpenter. And another good drive by Jordan King and just a missed layup. That is definitely going to be a point of emphasis at halftime.
Yes, for sure.
Getting a lot of good looks.
Eli Duroff off the bench. He'll check in for somebody here.
And another easy cut there by 30. That's Cam McAtee, a player that I know Coach has talked about all week, that we have to know where he is and have eyes on him. And that was an easy cut right down the middle.
Yeah, deflection there by Alexandria. Let's stay Warriors ball. Like we've been saying this whole game, Warriors initially are doing a great job beating that press in the backcourt. It's just when we get in this half-court setting, just nothing's really clicking right now. And, it's early on. We got a whole nother half of basketball to play, and we're still very close in this game. So we'll see what halftime adjustments we can make and what we can do to finish out this quarter.
Carpenter short on the 3 and a loose ball opportunity here, but he gets out to the Tigers in for another layup. Tigers have extended their lead to 17 here just before the half. And a foul on number 24, that's Brizendine. Warriors will take it out on the side.
Haven't seen a lot of those this game.
You have not. I will say the officials are letting these guys play a little bit. You've seen a few fouls around the rim, but not typically anything that's...
Well, as 2 football coaches, I don't think we mind that.
No, and I would like to think both of these teams are okay with it being a little physical.
Yeah,
2 pretty physical teams as they are.
Yeah.
And as we're saying that, another foul on the Tigers. That's on number 10, Brody Becerra. Warriors will have it out under the basket. Warriors are in a box set here.
Get Julian going to his left.
Good up screen there to get Julian a good look, and just a deflection out of bounds by the Tigers. Seeing them come back to another box set, you more than likely see some different action. It looks like there's a little bit of confusion on what they're in.
We'll see if we can draw another foul here to maybe get to the free throw line. Had him early on, just a little late.
Good steal by Kettery and a rare miss by Cam McAtee. The Warriors have 15 seconds to see if we can get another bucket to go down before the half. We're going to steal by McAtee.
Another finish for
the finish by Gast. And the Tigers will go into the half with the lead over the Warriors, 30-11. We will take a short break and be back. We'll preview the first half and see what Coach has planned out for the second half, see what the Warriors can do to get back.
Sounds good to me.
We will be right back. All right, and we are back. A couple minutes here before the start of the second half. Coach, what do you see the Warriors trying to make as adjustment-wise here to start the second?
Yeah, as far as adjustments go, obviously Alexandria went on a pretty big run there to end the first half. And like I've been saying all game, we are in the right spots. We're just missing that first shot. We're missing some bunnies, missing that extra pass. So just staying positive, understanding that it's early on in the season. We're still gelling as a team, and understanding that, we have nothing to lose right now. Just stay committed to what we're doing, what we've been practicing, and try and just push a little harder to finish those, those layups and make those extra passes, and stay together as a team. I've noticed that positivity is preached very well at the school. So, I'll reflect back on to what we've been doing with the girls, me and Coach Skaggs, and the girls together as a unit. Obviously, we've been suffering some pretty major losses as far as scores go, and positivity is a key. Not only just to go out throughout the season, but in games like this, where it kind of doesn't go your way early on, and you just got to stick with it and see what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And your girls' team, a little different boat than the boys. Very young, very young. A lot of new players, a lot of freshmen, sophomores trying to step up. This Warrior team, a lot of returning guys, but guys that didn't necessarily have to have the workload that they had last year. You had a pretty strong senior class that left, and some guys that got some time but had to step up in some pretty big ways this year. And I think this is just one of those games that you're going to see as they go, those things tend to improve. I'm sure we didn't talk a lot about it first half, but a lot of turnovers for the Warriors. Hoping they can be a little stronger with the ball, maybe throw in a pass take or two, especially against the high-pressure defense that the Tigers are bringing. It looks like there's a little confusion on whose ball it is. Looks like it's going to be Tigers' ball.
Yeah, I think that's right. But yeah, you're right. I mean, you look at guys like Noah, and honestly, just everybody on the court other than Julian. Guys like Durr, Luzader, Woody. They played some time last year in the varsity, games, but it wasn't this big of roles. So, like I said, early on in the season, adjustments will be made. That chemistry and mesh will get there. So, really 3 there by number 30. For Alexandria. Good rebound by Durr.
Good rebound by Durr, and that's going to be a foul on the Tigers.
I know I stopped my stat keeping. I wasn't able to get stats from any of the coaches, but I can tell you right now, I'm pretty sure Durr's close to 10 rebounds. He's been very aggressive early on, hitting the glass hard, and you like to see that out of somebody like Durr.
Yeah, it's a big thing he brings. I think first game he had 4 or 5 rebounds, which may be a little under than what he's expecting. You see him playing really hard around the basket this game, especially on those missed shots.
Another guy like Luke Woodyard that decided to come out and play for us for 1 year, and we were very excited to have him, and had one of the best defensive games I've ever seen here while coaching against Union County. That was awesome to see. So good to see it's translating to the basketball court.
Absolutely. There's
jump ball there.
A shot jump ball. That'll go to the Warriors. Should have it here under the basket. See what Coach has ready for our players here. Back to that box set. Got a curl out to Lazatter. Looks like it's going to come back to Purdue. At this point, you're getting it up top and getting back into your offense. Half-court man here for the Tigers.
Alexandria doing a really good job communicating and switching when needed, giving the Warriors some trouble.
Absolutely. Here's Julian to that left side rip. Get a good open look for Noah Purdue.
Just a little bit of hesitation there on that first shot.
And in his first game, I think he ended up 5 of 8 from the foul line, or 5 of 9 from the foul line. Definitely has the opportunity or the ability to make that shot. But yeah, a little hesitation there. You'd like to see him just be able to catch and shoot.
Yeah, definitely trust your shot. Shoot with confidence. Ooh.
Tigers, little curl cut there for number 30, and then an entry pass to 22 that got knocked away, and they have it back up top. 3-point miss. That's going to be an over and back by the Tigers.
Hey,
ball.
2 early fouls there on the Tigers. Being really nice if the Warriors can be aggressive, get them in, get them to that 5 fouls so we can get in the bonus and slow this game down. Definitely, time's not limited yet, but if you can get that early on and get to the free throw line a lot, it slows the game down and allows you to get back in this game a little bit quicker.
Absolutely, and you can see the Tigers come out in that 1-2-2 half-court trap.
Had a deflection there off Woody's knee.
The Warriors did a good job of making everybody extend and get low, and it just mishandled that. It was back to the Tigers.
Great turnout here tonight, though, Coach, huh?
Yeah, good turnout Friday night here for the Warriors. You know, early in the season, and a strong team, an exciting team to watch coming off their first win last week. You love to see crowds like this. Here, and a great take there by Kettery. Number 12, he's made a couple
Acrobatic
nice
layups.
moves there around the rim. Good look by Derv, but kind of the same story as first half. Struggling around the rim here. Here's Kettery again. Kicks, and he's got it back up top.
Woody doing a great job stopping ball.
And the Warriors, for the most part, have held McAtee to a decent clip here.
Yeah, I believe two shot. A lot of shots taken, very few makes, and really kind of for everybody. There's a lot of threes being taken by Alexandria, and a lot of them aren't going up. It's just the baskets like that, you know, the loose balls, offensive rebounds,
loose balls.
back
That's
cuts.
Eckler there for the rebound and put back.
Dribbled in the trap again. Got a foul
Did
there.
get a foul called there. Was able to get down the sideline.
Yeah, it's never terrible to dribble that way. If you see the opportunity to beat it, never a terrible spot to dribble to. It's just when you put yourself on the sideline with the trap, you know, you got three defenders there basically, so you kind of want to avoid that.
Absolutely. And we got Mock Stevenson and Drum back in for the Warriors. Again, looking to give it a spark. These are some high-energy guys. You get some really strong rebounding and
Turnover there by the
poor
Warriors.
turnover there by
Noah.
Purdue.
Jackson with his small stature is doing a great job stopping ball there.
Yeah, he as a freshman, he's got a strong future. He's a very athletic kid, very coachable,
very physical,
and is always active.
Yes,
plays hard, good help side here. That's just a tough kid to stay in front of, and there's another three by Kettery. That's just a tough kid to stay in front of, and he started off to a good second half here.
Alexandria back in their press.
It's another over and back. It's the second one of the game there for the Warriors. Got it across half court into that trap and didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Yeah, tough pass there by Jackson, but you know, once that ball does cross half court, you would like to see all Warriors, you know, rally and get on the other side. Make yourself available, especially when we're on that sideline we were just talking about where that trap is coming.
It's a dangerous space to be with the ball. And you got Brady Gast and Mason Fuller back in for the Tigers and Julian Carpenter back in for the Warriors. Again, looking for that offensive spark by Julian, see if he can get going.
Great skip.
A good skip and underpass. To number 22, that's Eckler. Good rotation right there by the Tigers. See Julian on that right side,
No
which
timeout
is
there.
a little normal. Good timeout there by Coach. Saw they're in a poor position again. They're on the sideline in that trap. That'll be a 30-second timeout for the Warriors. You know, you'd really, and I know we talked earlier, really like to see them try to push middle.
Yeah.
A couple good rotations. You saw earlier that second half, couple rotations, pass to the middle across half court, and then you go. This second half, everything's just been sideline drives, and we've gotten ourselves into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, dribbling, once again, and it's something I preach with the girls. You never want to put yourself on a spot on the court where you're giving the other team an extra defender, and that's always on the sidelines or the baselines. You want to avoid those spots, and especially with a team like Alexandria who's being really aggressive with their press and their traps. It's kind of putting us in a poor position to be able to get anything going in the half court. So Warriors off to a slow start this quarter. Burkett with the timeout there. We'll see if we got something drawn up here to get a little pop play or get some energy going. It's a little dead here right now, so see if we can get the guys into it.
I know there's a lot of people watching and worrying about the offense right now, but a good way to help your offense is to get some defensive stops.
Yes.
Not allowing the defense to set up into that press. It's where we can get out in transition. And Alex has come out this second half and had a lot of easy buckets. That's a good steal there by 42 and finished by Brady Gast.
Yeah, like you said, it's truthfully what Alexandria's done. Warriors have done a pretty decent job in the half-court defensive set, limiting those three-point attempts and stopping them. It's just been these turnovers and not right idea, just a little off there by Jackson. Good steal by Riker.
Number 20, Luke Woodyard coming back in for the Warriors.
But just something that we just haven't capitalized on yet so far in this game, and Alexandria's been able to do so.
And this is not anywhere near the pressure they saw last week, and probably haven't seen it since last year. So something they're still getting into the groove of. And the thing Alexandria brings, not only pressure, but a lot of different pressures. We've seen a 1-2-2 trap. There's a good layup by number 22. That's Eckler. But we've seen the Tigers in a 1-2-2 trap, a full court 2-2-1. Their half-court man has a lot of pressure. Ooh, good look underneath to Riker Mock. Just another missed bunny. Luke Woodyard, good look. Mock comes up with another offensive rebound.
Just got to get under control with that.
And another missed shot. Again, a lot of good looks around the rim, just haven't been able to get into the fall for the Warriors.
Yeah, I agree with your standpoint on Alexandria's defense, and it's something Coach highlighted in his scouting report and talked about all week, I'm sure, with the guys. Alexandria's chaos on defense has given us issues, and just haven't been able to execute so far.
Absolutely, and that was a good pass there by Kettery to put number 42, John Amon, to the foul line.
Looks like Alexandria and Wes-Del have a couple guys checking in here.
Amon made his first, and you do see two players from each team back into the game. You have Brody Becerra still at the scores table, checking in for Amon on a make. The Warriors are hoping for a miss so we can get out and push and not have to worry about that press, but it is a make. Brody Becerra is back in the game.
Let's see if Alexandria, looks like they will stay in it.
Staying in that 2-2-1, and why not? You know, it's been very effective for him, and this early in the game, you want to try to push this as much as you can.
Oh, for sure.
You just hope the Warriors here can find a way to get it across. A little sloppy there, but got it. A three-point look by
Another
Purdue.
great rebound by Durr.
Good rebound by Purdue, but another turnover for a fast break layup.
Yeah, another transition layup. Definitely been the story for Alexandria. There we go. One more. There we go.
Woodard for the made three. And sometimes it just takes one.
We got a full timeout here by Coach Burkett.
Good stop up lead.
There we go.
Woodard for the made three. Positive shot there. See if we can get something coming out here on defense. A good stop and go on a little run here before the start of the fourth quarter. This is a full timeout, so we'll take a short break and be back with you shortly. All right, we're back. It'll be interesting to see if the Warriors mix anything up here on defense, calling that timeout into a defensive possession. But it looks like we're back in our half-court man.
I like the timeout there by Coach. You know, we get the first points of the second half and get some energy going. Get a timeout there. Get everybody just to, slow down, get mentally right, and see what we can do here. Looks like you're right. Looks like we do have a change in the defense.
Yeah, into a little 2-3 zone.
Good drive and
a wide open shot by McAtee. That's 2-3 zone. It's a good way to take away the inside game, but you are susceptible to those deep threes. Yes. That is something that Alexandria can do. A wide open shot, sticking that man most of the game, but feeling like he had to have a mix-up there, and another turnover for the Warriors.
Yeah, truthfully, done a pretty good job limiting them to the three-point shots, whether it's been off of our defense or them just missing. So for them to come out and hit that early three-pointer, and once we get in that 2-3, it is kind of a tough blow, but we'll see what we can do here.
Got McAtee back at the point. Still in that 2-3 for the Warriors. And another deep three by McAtee and another made three by McAtee.
Great shot there. Very confident.
That's what we said he can do.
Yes.
Just very strong shooter, strong scorer, and he's got some very good range, not scared to shoot. Strong defense right there by the Tigers. They're getting it underneath.
Just another one that was just a half a second too late.
Another turnover, just so close.
Oh, gotta be a travel.
Travel, they got it. Picked up his foot just a little too early.
Yeah. Mine was going a little bit faster than his feet. That's all right.
Looks like the Tigers are back to a half-court defense here.
See if we can get here. Good shot with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Looks like we got a play going.
Good ball screen to the left. Looks like a roll to Durr.
Good stop there by Alexandria.
There at the hat. 44th. So big quarter there for the Tigers, pushing the lead to 53-14. I know the Warriors are looking to find something this fourth quarter.
Yeah, like we said here at halftime before the game started, biggest thing is just stay positive. There's nothing to beat ourselves on early on in the season. It's a long season, just as it is for Alexandria. You know, you never want to get too high, you never want to get too low. There's a lot of things we can work on. And getting games like this on film. Film, you know, is something we preach is so important with the football guys. I know basketball does a great job watching film and, you know, taking a dive into that. And games like this, it's not bad to experience and go watch and look back on and, you know, gather some things you can learn on.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of young players, guys playing in some different positions, different roles than they have. Being able to reflect back on what needs to be, you know, improved upon after this game. Definitely cutting down those turnovers is going to be one. And a lot of those, if you look, are either just a half second too late, which you've said, or kind of tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Not a lot of pass fakes, not making the defense move a whole lot, allowing Alexandria to stay up in their pressure defense and be in the passing lane.
Yeah. All game, doing a great job in the backcourt of beating that press. Just initially, once we get into that half-court offense, it's just been a struggle. So it looks like the Warriors will stick in that 2-3 zone that they put in early or later in the third quarter. We'll see what we can do here with this.
Yeah, and with the lead being pushed
3-2
to 39, this should be a running clock the remainder of the game, I believe. The Warriors mixing it up a little bit, 3-2, trying to take away the threes now. Good closeouts. You have your short corners that are a little open.
Great skip pass. Not a pass you definitely teach over the rim, but
absolutely. And a miss there by McAtee, but a good rebound by Gass, and the Tigers have it back up top.
Able to get it to the middle, to the corner. It's kind of how you beat it.
The Warriors come up there with that out of bounds. Number 12 back in for the Tigers. That's Connor Kettery. He had a big third quarter. I'm sure he's ready to get back. Looks like Alexandria's going to be staying in their half-court man defense here. Hopefully that'll open up a little bit for the Warriors here in the half-court. Still good pressure out near the half-court line by number 30. And a big steal by McAtee and another open layup. You know, and the one thing we talked earlier, it's not just a young team, but it's a team has a lot of forwards.
Yes.
You know, about any time during the game, you're going to see 3 forwards out there on the court for the Warriors. Not real guard heavy. The guards we have are strong guards. But in a game like this, it helps to have those extra ball handlers. You have number 42, John Amon, back in for the Tigers.
Yeah, with somebody like Julian, you know, kind of on his minute restriction, with the minimal guards that we do have, and with the guards we have, you know, they're still very young. You got 2 in right now that are sophomores.
2 sophomore guards, another freshman that comes off the bench, and then our senior and Julian Carpenter. So some growing pains here, the second game of the season.
Good blitz there by number 24. They haven't got
ended up coming away, but they did get the foul call.
Alexandria being very disciplined on defense, doing a good job with rotating. A lot of that comes with their communication. It's been something we just haven't been able to handle in the half-court setting.
That and something that they have that looks a little different for the Warriors. Their first two guys off the bench are both seniors. The Warriors are pretty young coming off the bench, so that extra experience is definitely a positive factor when you get a couple extra guys in there and keep everybody fresh. Looks like Tigers still looking to push here in the fourth quarter. Open three in the corner, and they're going to get a foul on Durr.
I believe he clipped his hand there. It's a tough call.
Tough call, but that'll be McAtee, or not McAtee, I apologize. That'll be Kettery going to the line to shoot three. And again, the clock will remain to run here since they've passed that 35-point mark.
See, the refs had a little confusion whether it was 3 or 2 there.
I believe they did call it a 3.
Yeah, they did. They changed it.
First one is in for Kettery.
Well, looking at the score and the time, building off that positivity, now at this point in the game, you just look on what can you build for tomorrow. We get to bounce back tomorrow at home, doubleheader. We should still have a great crowd. What can you build upon with the rest of this game to lead in tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. With 4 minutes left here, finding ways to find a positive to lead into tomorrow. We have Kettery hitting 2 of his 3. Push the score to 50 from 57 to now is 57-14.
Yeah, Tigers here with a 43-point lead.
It's good math, Coach.
Thank you. Took me 2 minutes.
We heard the hesitation. Some decent ball movement here by the Warriors. Do a little bit of emotion. Good deflection by the Tigers.
Great job by Riker saving the possession there.
Good heads-up play there, knowing he had nowhere to go and still made something happen. You got Jordan King with the ball there in the corner. You saw him a little bit in the JV game, I believe. Like you said, another sophomore guard. Bright future. Still working through some growing pains here early in his sophomore season. Still there by Kettery. The fast break layup. I guess what you start to wonder is when will some of those subs down there for Alexandria start getting that?
Yeah, them and honestly maybe us as well, just because with the game tomorrow and it getting slightly out of hand, you kind of just want to get your guys to regroup and give them some time to debrief from this game.
Yeah, you want to keep your guys fresh, keep them healthy.
Yes.
It looks like Alexandria is bringing emptying the bench here, getting a new group in. And you can probably expect the Warriors to do the same here in about a minute.
Okay.
Good chase down there by Mock, underneath by Stevenson, and a 2-point basket. And those are the shots all first half that we were
like we got time struggling
to make.
Well, we can look ahead to tomorrow with Eastern Hancock for these boys. Tonight, Eastern Hancock is at New Pal, which is a much bigger school than the both of us. They've always been a tough basketball team. Coming from me being a Yorktown student, I know they've had some great basketball players, so we'll see how that game turns out. But Eastern Hancock, coming off a loss to Centerville, 63-70, definitely has been a tough team, for the past couple of years. Had some great players who, again, are both hybrid football basketball players.
Yeah, Eastern Hancock, they've got a lot of athletes, and they've had a very strong, all their athletics here, at least recently, have been very strong teams. You do like to see them having to play a team like New Pal the night before us. Yes. Hopefully that can, shift the focus away from the weekend. And also, this is a grind-out game for our guys, a very fast-paced game. You got to assume that one is for them as well.
Yeah, of course. And it gives you something to look forward to tomorrow. I know the game last year was extremely exciting. I know we fell short, but it was another one of those games. I believe we fell behind 15-plus points, and we're able to come back and
on our way back, absolutely,
and make it a game that we can win. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But we still got 2 minutes and 33 seconds here. Looks like Coach is going to remain with his guys he had on the court previously, but for Alexandria, they will empty the bench and get some of their JV guys in for the mix. Still some great size for Alexandria from their JV guys as well that come off the bench.
Yeah, good size and good length for the Tigers. You see Brody Becerra back in there with them. I'm sure Coach has given him the last couple of minutes here against the Warriors. You gotta assume things are going to kind of run through him. He's a good guard and a strong player here for the Tigers.
Definitely had a great start to the game.
See the Warriors defense still staying up and intense. You know, Riker Mock is a kid that, regardless of score and what's going on, he's always going to play hard. A nice back cut there by the Tigers for an open three.
Looks like the Warriors will here bring in a couple of our bench guys from the JV. Got Rylan Campbell, Ryan Heyer, and Zach Gillum waiting to check in.
All three played pretty well in that JV game.
They did.
A game that the Warriors fell short on, but a lot of good things to see there, and three guys that definitely bring the time. Very good drive and score there by Noah Purdue. That first game, and it hasn't always been Noah's game, but you know, Coach Burke has really been pushing him this year that you have to be a scorer for this team.
Yeah.
That first game you saw it, and it's good for him to see another shot drop there before the end of this game.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You hit it right on. Good steal by Riker there.
Good steal, good run.
Great finish.
And a finish.
You see the excitement from Riker. You know, doesn't matter the score, how much time's left. He'll always have it. That's something we love about him.
Absolutely. Great energy kid and always playing and working hard.
So back to Noah. That is a good shot for him to make. You know, it's been a tough night. Missed some shots, had some turnovers. Just finishing the game with something positive to lead into tomorrow for somebody that's still young and, you know, truthfully has a lot on his shoulders in pretty much every sport he plays. You know, he was our quarterback last year for, you know, the second half of the season as a 100-pound freshman and stepped into that role. 105, my bad.
If you ask him.
Yes, that is true. And says he was 120 this year, but we don't know if that's true or not either. So
that's a tough shot there for the Tigers and some good excitement, and they're going to the line. But yeah, Noah Purdue, you know, a young player that has a lot on his shoulders and has handled it well. It'll continue to grow. Very hard worker in the classroom, weight room, basketball court, football field. One I know both Coach Burke and us are very excited to have for the next few years.
Oh, for sure. We got Brecken, Riker, and Evan taking the bench for the rest of this game. And like we said, Zach Gillum, Ryan, and Rylan Campbell checking in for some few seconds of varsity time. Good pull up there by Noah, just unable to get the fall.
And you can see the Warriors still leaving King and Noah in. Both are sophomores, but as we said earlier, we only have about 4 listed guards on this varsity team. Yep. So
definitely look in the future for some of these younger forwards to develop their ball skills, you know, to provide some help in that backcourt in the future here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have 2 of those guys out there right now with Ryan Heyer and Zach Gillum that, you know, may be able to have that role. Rylan Campbell is going to be a very good big underneath for everybody. But that is your final. That's the Alexandria Tigers 65, the Warriors 20. Coach, not the game the Warriors were wanting, but one hopefully we can learn from and be ready to bounce back from for tomorrow.
Yeah, just the second game of the season. Like I said earlier, had a lot going on, cancellations this week, Thanksgiving breaks. Nothing you want to make excuses for, but early on in the season, something you want to look to bounce back for. They'll definitely do some, you know, making those bunnies and making those extra passes will be something that Coach will want to highlight, and I'm sure we'll talk about here in the locker room. And it's something you will see on film, and it's not a bad thing. It's good to point out and for the guys to see. So expect that to happen, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow against Eastern Hancock here at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, last conference game against Eastern Hancock as they're moving into a new conference.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier in the season like this, you like to see the Warriors be able to bounce back tomorrow and play tough, make it competitive, and see what can happen.
Yeah.
Another home game for the Warriors. We love playing here.
Yes,
so
we do.
It'll be great. Another note about tomorrow, there will be a live stream, but it will be video only. Video only for tomorrow. It'll be ran off our huddle camera. So you will still be able to view the game here, but it will be without the commentary.
Yes, we'll see. We'll look at our schedules, our very busy schedules, and you know, me being the girls' basketball assistant coach and, you know, games kind of being conflicting. We'll see how many more games we can get up here. But I had a good time doing this with you and very first time. So seems like Mr. Producer, who I have some turmoil with him making fun of me, he's giving me the thumbs up, but I'm just kidding. Giving me the thumbs up and that we did a good job. So hopefully you guys think the same, and we'll see how many more games we can get back here to watch for the Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is your final here at Wes-Del. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.